4 o'clock. And anyway, thought that I would take a break, sitting here in the shop just working away. And this is talk for the day is, I said I'd rather be a middle-class business owner than a high-paid W-2, right? And truth is that I love doing this. Like, it's a lot of freaking work, but it's worth it. Like, there's just purpose in it, like all day, every day. Like, it never goes away, which is really cool. But anyway, my name is Eric Wilkin. I own the Resplendent Crow here in St. Louis, Missouri. We're a boutique furniture maker and a high gloss lacquer painting company. We're known for our high gloss finish. And it's a fantastic business. Some years it's freaking amazing. Other years, I'm selling shit to pay for things. And that's the nature of being a business owner. And I get on here and I talk about owning a business, especially owning a woodworking business. And I try and give people the perspective of what it's like to own a woodworking business and the kind of the ups and downs and the day-to-day operations and kind of how things work. And every Friday I take everyone through the shop and I show everyone what we got going on, what we got done, what's busted, all these things. Sunday I talk about a specific piece of furniture and we just kind of go over the details, the designs, all these kind of things. And it's kind of fun. I enjoy doing it, but but the topic for the day is owning your own company and making a middle-class living. And basically what I'm trying to get people to understand is that when you do this stuff for yourself versus working for somebody else, money takes a back seat, and I know a lot of people will say, yeah, that's really easy if you have money, it's all the time if you don't have any money, and I get it, but truth is that it's one of these things where, like, when I go home, I think about work and I'm working on work, and when I get up in the morning, oh, there we go. I do I make my coffee in the morning and I just start kind of working on drawings and working on new designs and, figuring out, what payroll, whatever it is I got to do, engineering, all these kind of things, and driving to work, it's the same thing, listening to podcasts, doing math in my head about projects. And it's what I'm getting at is it's this all consuming kind of thing. And that's okay, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But, I think a lot of people are kind of missing out on that, and the experience of working for yourself, even though it doesn't always pay very much, it really can take the place of money in many ways. And like I said, it's not to diminish, that making money isn't good. It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. But if you can start your own thing and kind of work on the thing, it just becomes part of your life. And again, money is less important. There's things that you get to do when you own your own business, which is pretty cool. I can take a break and can have a beer. It's okay. There's no one to tell me that I can't. And those kind of things, they go a long way when you work for yourself. So, people coming in. Hello, everyone. Happy afternoon. And there's things about doing your own thing and having your own company or working for yourself or whatever it is might be that again, it takes the place of money. And I've had corporate jobs. I've worked for multinational companies, and while that work is fulfilling, it's nice, it's good to see people, and the money is generally good. The benefits are awesome. God, there's so many good benefits working for a corporation, but nothing really, in my opinion, nothing replaces working for yourself. And having being able to go into work and know like that space is yours. You can go whenever you want. You can leave whenever you want. Your success is really it's kind of all up to you. And it just kind of depends on how hard you want to work and how hard you want to keep, throwing shit against the wall, see what's going to work. And it's, like I said, it's a tough way to make a living, but I'm here to tell you, like, it's really worth it. And if you're working for somebody else, right, you're one of these W-2 people, it's worth it to do that, 40 hours a week and then try and get something together on the side for yourself, because it feels good. And money money's always the thing, but money isn't always the end goal, I would say. Sometimes just, like I said, just getting to deliver something to somebody and see the look on their face, or solving a person's problem that's a customer, that you've kind of worked with towards the beginning of the process. It's just one of those things that it feels really good. And again, money is always great, but it's nice when you can have some other things about your work that are fulfilling, that are worth something. Or maybe not money, but just there's gratification and things like that are worth a lot of money. And I guess I should say hi. So we got Dom Kaku, or how do I pronounce it? Tell me where you're at. I'm always curious where people are at and what they do. So obviously I'm Eric Wilkin. I run the Resplendent Grow here in St. Louis, Missouri. We do custom furniture. We do high gloss lacquer painting. We do stain furniture. We just make boutique furniture. We send it all over America. We make hundreds of pieces a year, and it's a good company, but you're not always going to get rich, right? And that's the thing, man. That W-2 job is sweet because you know that paycheck is going to show up every Friday, right? When it's payday, I mean, 99% chance that paycheck's going to be there. I don't know how many of you have ever payday came and your boss didn't pay you, right? Or payroll didn't show up, or checks didn't show up, or however it is you get paid. Like, it's like, you don't have to worry about that too much when you have a W-2. And, like I said, that money's nice and the benefits are nice, and it's nice to have a medical and dental and 401k and all that kind of stuff, but I haven't had insurance health insurance, I should say, for 6 years. It doesn't bother me one bit. I haven't had dental, 401k, none of that stuff. Like, it's no big thing. It's like I would trade all of that for my 12,000 square feet of working space. If I show you around here all my tools, and I got my guys out here working, and it's way more important to me than any of that stuff. So having that W-2 job is cool and all, and that paycheck is sweet, but there's something about finding that customer and convincing them to buy your product, right? And if you have your own company and you work for yourself, like, you have an incentive to be able to creatively sell yourself, right? Sell your product, get a customer to, break out their credit card, sign on the dotted line, whatever. And that stuff just feels really good. And when you have a W-2 job, I mean, you're basically you're doing like a very kind of specialized thing, I would say. Which it's fine, but it can get old, right? Because you're just constantly doing the same thing when you work for somebody else. But when you work for yourself, you just have to learn so many different skills. I mean, you're always learning something new. Something's wrong or something breaks, and you got to go in and fix all that shit. And it just, man, it can be extremely frustrating. But if you kind of look at it over the span of time, it's so freaking gratifying that I don't know that I can go back to doing a W-2 job. It might break me if I had to go back to work for somebody else and clock in at a specific time and follow process and procedures and all that kind of stuff, man. I don't know if I can do it. So you got someone else coming in. B. Bob. Hello, handsome. Your eyes are beautiful. Oh, God. I don't know who you are, but tell me where you're at and tell me what you do, because I'm curious what everyone's doing. And anyway, I don't know if I can go back and do a W-2 job. Like, it's just like W-2 jobs are great, and like I said, the people are usually really good, and I love the fact that there's a guaranteed paycheck. Like, I love waking up, whenever payday is in the morning, look at my bank account and the money's deposited. Like, when you own your own business and you have to sell your own services and products, man, holy shit. There are times when, it's like there's $5,000 in the bank account, the company account, right, to make payroll, to buy something. Like, that's like no money. And man, you're just like thinking, like, God, who can I sell to? What do I do to drum up some money? And there's a lot of that, especially in the beginning. Like, you're just like, holy shit, I need money. And there's so many days where in the beginning, you're just like, man, I need to go back and work for somebody else. It's too stressful. I'm not, confident in myself. I'm not as good at this as I thought I would be. It's not as much fun as I thought it'd be. But ever since I got through the first couple of years, man, like, I don't think I could ever go back. Like, working for somebody else is just tough. I would rather have no money and be trying to, beg people for money to buy my products so that I can make them furniture than to go collect an easy paycheck working for somebody else. Like, I don't know if that's a common thing. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. But having your own company and, like I said, starting your own thing, it's really, really gratifying. And I said, the money, I don't always make a lot of money. There's plenty of months where I lose money. I got to take out loans. Last year I had to sell my Lotus. Like, I had a Lotus Evora, like I've had really nice shit before, and I've had to sell it and, to make payroll, and I expect that this year's going to be better than last year, and I'll make some more money, and, maybe I'll go buy an Audi R8 next year. That's the kind of thing I want, but, maybe I won't make any money, and then maybe I'll have to sell my house. I bought a real nice house a couple of years ago. But maybe I'll have to, take out a loan against my house to keep my company going. Like, this is the thing that you do when you own a company, and it's just, like I said, I don't know if I go back to doing a W-2, having that money would be really nice. That guaranteed money would be really nice. Having someone else worry about making the sales paying the taxes and all that kind of stuff, dealing with employee bullshit, but I don't know, man. I don't know, what's everyone do? I'm just kind of curious, what kind of jobs do people have? Let's see, we got some more stuff. We got Aaron the Gamer Boy. Hello, hi, how are you? Where are you at? Let me know. Hit the like button for the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. Add to the comment chain. It's good. But yeah, I don't know that I go back and do a W-2. And I'm so used to like getting into work kind of whenever I want. I haven't had an alarm in 10 years. And I don't know that I would like to do that. Like I get up in the morning and I see all those line of cars going out to work, on the river. And I don't know, man. I like just kind of getting to work when I want to get to work. And if I decide I want to go home, I just go home. And if there's nothing that needs to be done. But yeah, and then of course, I'd like to be able to have a beer at lunch. I like seeing my employees have some stuff that they can, some new stuff. I like seeing new cars, talk about new kids, and go on a vacation and ask people how their weekends are and all that kind of stuff. I also feel really good. And yeah, I just don't know if I could do the W-2 thing again. There's a lot of problems that come with owning your own company, which you don't have to deal with when you work for somebody else. But another thing that I talk about, that there's when you have a W-2 job, you kind of get beat over the head with taxes, right? One of the things about working for somebody else when you have a W-2 job is you can't really write off a bunch of stuff, I mean, you can to a certain degree. Certain things I'm sure you can write off, but when you own your own company, especially my kind of company, like I can write off everything. There is nothing about my life that I can't write off as a business owner. And that's one of the cool things. So even, if I do $1 million a year in revenue, the amount of expenses that I generate to make that $1 million, I'm probably going to generate, $850,000 in expenses. And it's fine because I can write off everything that I do in my personal life, because anything I do at home technically is funneled through work, things like that. And then this is very common. I think most business owners do a version of this. Same thing with automobiles. If you want to buy a new vehicle, you buy the right vehicle, provided it weighs over, I think it's like 6,000 pounds. You can write that stuff off as a business expense. You can use it as a company tool and all these kind of things. So there's a lot of things you can do, even though you don't make a ton of money. You can have some nice things if you run it through your company in specific ways. When I want to make something for my house, again, I just buy it with material from the company, and then you're not, that's counted against your taxes at the end of the year as a corporation, an S corp. And I draw like a $50,000 salary every year, so that's kind of what I pay my taxes on at the end of the year. If I make any money, I can take a distribution and get a nice paycheck. Most of the time, I don't do any of that, because I do stuff around my house. I buy things for my house. I buy things for my business, and it all just gets funneled through my company and works out great, So I don't need a ton of extra money to do other things. I want to go on vacation. I just find a client. I wait for a client to have an issue, and then I just take a flight out to wherever they live, and then I go on a little vacation as well. And again, it's all a write-off, and so there's these things you can do as a business owner that you just can't really do when you work for somebody else. But there is you have to make sales, right? You have to do products. You got to do the services. You have to make sure that you have something that a customer wants. Otherwise, they're not going to give you money, And then of course you got to come up with the efficient way to do it. And so there's definite trade-offs, But again, I don't know that I would trade an easy. I mean, I bet I could go back to work for an aerospace company and I'd probably make $90,000 a year pretty easily with full benefits and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I wouldn't do it. I guess they'd have to pay me like $200 grand a year, $250 grand a year maybe to make it worth my while. But yeah, I don't know. Not a ton of comments today. I don't know what everyone's doing. I don't know what kind of jobs people have, but this is just the intent of this is to give people a different perspective and about how we do things here and kind of how it works. And I don't know what other people do. Like I'm assuming most people probably work for somebody else, but keep watching the channel and you can do this kind of stuff yourself. I do lots of talks about different ways to make money as a furniture maker, as a paint company. And you can do this in your garage. You can do it, in a buddy space. You can do it in a small rental place. You don't need tons of equipment. You can buy lots of, there's just so much cheap equipment out there, which when I say cheap, it's not cheap because it's poor quality. It's cheap because there's a shit ton of it out there and there's not enough people out there to buy it, So like table saws, you can buy decent table saws for $700-800. You can basically equip an entire shop in your garage for less than $3,000 or $4,000. And I mean, I'm dead serious. It doesn't take that much money. You can start a paint company in your garage. I know so many people that have started paint companies, and we use a turbine system here, and I've talked about it in previous videos. I think I've got it on my Amazon store, which I never really talked about, but there's an Amazon store. We use a turbine. Turbine's like $2,500, and you don't need these massive spray systems that a lot of other people are using with all the, separators and dryers and massive compressors. This little thing, I want to say it's like 2 foot by probably 18 inches tall and 18 inches. I mean, it's probably just 18 inches squared, to be quite honest with you. It's not very big, and it's great. It's a fantastic tool. And again, you can start learning to spray stuff, and you could literally do this stuff in your garage, provided your neighbors don't bitch about it too much. But yeah, so anyway, I just thought I'd talk about today, that just, I don't really like to do the W-2 thing again. It's working for yourself's pretty sweet, so got a few more comments coming in here. MD Saticod's so nice. Yeah. What so nice means, but anyway, I think I'll probably end the stream today. I just thought I'd do a quick little talk, yeah, not a ton of comments today, but I was just taking a break. I'm cutting out crap tons of legs, so I've got I think I've got 4 different vanities to make. I've got 2 china cabinets. I've got 2 65-inch dressers, an 80-inch dresser. I have a 96-inch custom walnut sideboard that's gonna be pretty cool to see, and I've got. I don't know what else. I've got so many pieces that have to be built. And so so what I do, I come in early, work my ass off, take a break, maybe talk on YouTube for a minute, and then I'm going to go back to work and wait for my wife to get off work. Then I'll shoot the shit with her until she gets off work. And then when I finally find time to get out of here, I'll get out of here, and that's the life. And it's, like I said, it's a pretty good life. I don't got too many complaints, but it's very different than the W-2 life. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll try to do a few more of these during the week. But remember, Friday, we do What's in the Shop. I show you guys all the pretty painted furniture, all the custom furniture. We talk about, what worked during the week, what went wrong during the week. And then Sunday, we talk about furniture. We pick a piece of furniture, whether it's vintage or new, and we just kind of talk about the construction methods. And I basically go over why most people suck at making furniture and why I'm fucking awesome. So anyway, everyone have a great one. I'll yak you later.